Hello champions, welcome back to another episode. I'm your host Manu from Primus Gaming, and today I'm going to show you how to obtain the Patched Harvest GolemTransmog set, which is an exclusive Hallow's End transmog set for this year that is looking pretty cool. Let's get to it. So the set in question is very similar looking to the Ragged Harvester Golem ensemble for this month's trading post. It looks very much alike like this one. Of course, it just, has a bit of a different coloration to it. It's not hitting the mark just as well as this one in my opinion. But if you're like me and you're all out of tendies, but you still would like to have one of those Scarecrow transmog sets, then the Harvester Golem will be the right thing for you. So in order to get this set, all you have to do is have a couple of characters that are at least level 10 so they can queue up with the random dungeon finder, and you will have to queue up for the Headless Horseman. So preferably you will queue up for the Headless Horseman as a tank, so the queue will pop a little faster potentially, but that is not always a given, as we can see now. I'm in the queue for roughly a minute now, which is pretty long in tank terms, but we should be in there shortly. So once you're in the dungeon, you just engage the fight as normal, nothing fancy here. And once the horseman is dead, you just loot him. When you check your bags, you will see that you have this epic little loot-filled pumpkin here, and it will drop one of the items missing from the Patched Harvester Golem set. There we go. Here we have it. This is the chest item, and then you just right-click on it, and boom. There you go. Here you can see I just received the appearance, and when you go to the sets tab, you can see how many items you're missing. I now happen to have quite a lot of these items already. I noticed this when I switched alts and did some of the Headless Horseman dungeons. Whenever you do the Headless Horseman on an alt, you will get one of the missing items. For example, if you have the head already, then you will get, one of the other items next, and then you just keep doing it until you have all the items. Disclaimer: as you can see on the screen, there was an actual blue post that mentioned that there won't be any duplicates/repeat drops from the loot-filled pumpkin when it comes to the drops of this transmog set, as well as a post on Wowhead that talks about the very same thing. However, I just happened to have found out about it myself after I did the video, instead of doing my research beforehand like a total muppet I am. Lol. Anyway, on with the video. That works except for the post. If you want the back item, then you will have to go to Stormwind, and once you're in Stormwind, you go just outside the gates, and then you talk to one of the vendors here. You will have to talk to little Dorothy here. She's the one who sells the missing items. Post item, which are this one, and the claw item, which is this one, and then the set is pretty much complete. You will have to farm tricky treats though, 200 in total if you want the entire set. Otherwise, you get everything from just doing dungeons. You can do this on a level 10 alt, you can do this on a high level alt, it doesn't really matter. As long as you can queue up for the Headless Horseman, you will always get one of the missing items until the set is complete, except for the back item, which I think is very inconvenient. But let's be honest, once you mock the set, it will look pretty good. Let's see. So this is what the set looks like. Once you mocked it, it looks really good. It makes for a very good substitute if you didn't get the other set from the trading post. And if you really want to complete the set, you will have to farm 200 tricky treats. But if you're an Hallow's End enthusiast, it shouldn't be too much of a problem to get these. However, you will have to do all that farming on one character, because other than most other currencies that we have in game nowadays, the tricky treats are, as far as I know, not account-wide. They only count for that one character, so you will have to go get farming on that one character in order to get these items. I think this is a pretty cool looking set. It looks very eerie and very Halloween-like, and it's, 100% fitting for the season. And I think you can give it a nice touch if you mock a torch or something like that, which I'm going to try now, see what I can do to make this work a little better. There we go. This is what it looks like if you match the entire Halloween, scary, eerie kind of theme with a shield like this. I think this is the closest that I could get to make a Prot Warrior, Harvest Golem, Halloween theme going on. So I think this might be a little over the top, but I think this is also a pretty good combination, both at the same time. The glowing skull, the glowing eyes, and this torch on top of it makes it look pretty cool in my opinion. There we go. This is another way to make this set work with a nice burning old school kind of torch and, you know, a shield like that. I think it works. It's a nice set, and I think for the Hollow's End season it's working pretty nicely. You can do a lot of stuff with it. This might be pretty cool on, you know, pretty much any class, but in my opinion, rogues, especially undead rogues, might be a pretty good fit for this transmog set. So there we go. I hope you will have a lot of fun farming this set. The way I showed you, it will go pretty quickly. If you don't have a whole lot of alts, there's no reason to stop you creating some alts, and getting to level 10 is no problem whatsoever. However, if you decide to do this on one tune entirely, you will get this set as well. However, inevitably it will take somewhat longer to get the whole thing, of course. And there we go. If you made it this far into the video, first of all, I would like to say thank you very much for being here. Thank you for taking the time and watching the video. And if I could entertain you or teach you something new, I would appreciate a sub and a like a lot. Have a great Hollow's End. Until then, cheers.